Okay, so here we are in the Forum Boarium. The Forum Boarium is not the proper Roman Forum, it's the Cow Forum. And we've got some temples here. We've got a potential temple to Hercules, and in the background, the Temple of Portunus. Also, the Mouth of Truth is behind us, so don't stick your hand in it if you've told lies. So, the Forum Boarium is cool. We've got textual evidence for maybe some arenas, some wooden arenas being built in here. Also, we've got archaeological evidence for mass graves of Greek soldiers, captive Greek soldiers being found here. Potentially examples of human sacrifice. But no, we're Romans. We don't do that. Definitely not. Okay, yeah, this is the temple. I was not making this up. This is a weird temple because it's round. And I mentioned earlier that round temples were for archaic, non-specifically Greco-Roman gods or foreign gods. Hercules normally counts as a pretty vanilla Greco-Roman god, so go figure. Though there is an Etruscan Heracles, so maybe this is a holdover from Etruscan Heracles, or maybe they just wanted a round temple. Or maybe it's not actually a temple to Heracles at all. I'd like to say that the Temple of Portunus was very Etruscan, because it's got this kind of closed off wall thing going on with can you even see this? With a very frontal colonnade, which we'll go see in a second. But I don't actually know if those walls are original to the building of the temple or if they were added after. So this is the church that was has Roman ruins built into the side of it, and we're gonna try and not get run over by Italians on motorbikes or Italians on buses. And we're gonna go and see if we can get into this. Alright, we're filming this because you guys are gonna love this. We are under a church right now. We are under the, what's the name of this church? It is the Basilica of St. Nicholas in prison. God knows what St. Nicholas is doing in prison, but it is built on the foundations of 3 temples, which is really, really metal. Oh, I could get in there last time because there's bones there. So here we are. This is the remains of one. I'm trying to get the plan out. I haven't been in here for a really long time. This is the remains of the Temple of Janus, which is the 2-headed god. Oh, I'm running out of battery, so I'm going to change my battery. Alright everyone, I lied. This is actually the Temple of Juno Sospitia. That's like Heavenly Mother Juno. So that's a Republic 2nd century temple. Also known as Mater Regina. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So these are the blocks that would have made up the base of the temple. And I think on the outside what we're seeing is the... Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Look at how rickety these things are. On the outside, this is where the Temple of Space would have been. That's the image we saw when we came in. This is a 3-sided chapel, which is very cute. This might be the prison. Okay, there's bones. There's bones down here. So, this is a 3-sided chapel. This has nothing to do with the Romans. So let's go see some Roman shit. We continue our descent into the underworld, helpfully guided by arrows. I do love arrows. So here we are on the other side of the base of the temple. This is the middle temple, so this is Juno Sospitia. It's and then here we have, it's interesting because it looks like the north temple is actually to Janus. So I have no idea what's going on here. This is really confusing. I'm glad I could share this with you guys. Looks like more base. All these massive blocks, everything but the ceiling is part of the temple base. So I think we might actually be inside the temple base right now. Okay, now we are going to the north temple. Supposedly the Temple of Janus. So it's interesting, we've got space, we've got Janus, and we've got Juno. It's very, very Republican. Oh, I remember this, I hid in these. That was fun. So this must be the outside of the North Temple, which means that there's no more of it remaining. So basically we have like a full base of the Temple of Juno, a couple of columns of space, which is the smaller one, and then just the remains of the... Oh, look at that. Look at those columns. Okay, this Temple of Janus must have been massive, though. I've never seen a Temple of Janus. This thing's huge. It's creepy. Here we have a very nice opus sectile floor next to the outside of the middle temple podium. That's the Juno Suspitio one. So what's really cool about Janus is he's considered a pre-Roman god, like a Italic Sabine god. So you've got this massive temple to him. Ooh, our shadow is really creepy. I don't know. Janus is also pretty chthonic. Okay, so apparently that might be the remains of a Republican or pre-Republican altar. I'm trying to get this in focus and I'm failing miserably, but that's pretty cool. Okay, but the reason why that's pretty cool is because in a second we're going to go across the road to Sant'Ambono, which is literally has like archaic and proto-republican altars in it. So if we imagine that that archaic vicinity extended into the Forum Boarium, which is where we are now, and that's an archaic altar, we have a massive, massive archaic religious area outside of the Roman Forum, which is really interesting, and I would like to know more about that. Okay, so this is again the Juno Temple. This is a nice, good, solid base, and there is a remains of a column up there. And what's cool about this column is it doesn't look like it's made out of the same material as the base, like the ones on the Janus Temple. It's a darker color, which means it's possibly made out of marble. There's nothing. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's interesting. This is a possible reconstruction of the temples. So 2 of them were built during the Punic War. Gives us a nice Republican date, just so you guys can visualize this a little more. Let me know. Alright, so here we are at the sanctuary of Sant'Ambono, and if this looks like a pile of rocks to you, that's because it absolutely is a pile of rocks. The sanctuary was excavated in the 1930s, and it was seen that it was a temple area to Mater Matuta, who is kind of like Aurora, and to Victory. So what they found is that there was an archaic altar all the way over there. Okay, you see that? You see the like brown colored bricks by the building? Okay, that is apparently where the archaic altar is. And then they found a series of other altars next to each other. One of them you can see really well is right here. It's this dark colored brick. It's got the cornice pavement, so it kind of slopes out, and then it's got the platform on it, which is also sloping. This is what the altar of Vulcan would have looked like in the Forum if I'd been able to show it to you. And basically under that altar is an archaic votive deposit. Oh my goodness, it's really big. It's an archaic votive deposit, which dates to the same period as the archaic monuments in the Forum. So maybe we're seeing a religious area outside of the Forum being used at the same time and being devoted to different goddesses. I don't know if the archaic altar is to Mater Matuta and Victory, but it's interesting. I need to check that. I need to check if it's Victory. I'm going to feel really bad if it's not. It's to Fortuna. It is a temple to Fortuna and not to Victory. So we're just going to pretend that I didn't say that and I was saying Fortuna the whole time. So the best part about Sant'Ambono is it's playing Spot the Altar. So there's one. There's another one in front of or to the side of that red brick oblong. And there's one behind it, which is the archaic one. There's another platform here on the pavement. So I really hope that covered thing is a well. I really want it to be a well. And then there's maybe the remains of a temple over there. That's all the altars I can see. If you guys can see any more, you should, good on you. Look how high that platform is. And the votive deposit is under that platform from the Archaic period. So this is the, oh, dogs. Okay, this is the base of the temple of the Capitoline Triad, Jove, Juno, and Minerva. This is an archaic altar. It is really, really cool. I'm getting closer to it and getting very, very small in the process. It's massive. But this is the base of it, and this is still the base of it. I didn't know you could go inside here, but I kind of want to. This is what it would have looked like. Oh, I'm blurry. And that's how much of it we have left. So this thing would have been absolutely massive. Of course, as a side note, the gods who make up the Capitoline Triad have actually shifted from the Archaic period. So it might have been like Jupiter, Juno, and Quirinus, who was an archaic god. I don't really know.